Hi, I'm Allie.
And I'm Brad.
And we are Brad and Allie in the Parks, which was formerly Allie Ever After, because I made the channel first and then went, maybe we should make a dual.
Maybe I should invite my husband to participate in this as well.
Since he edits all the videos.
So yes, I'm flattered to be invited to the channel and be a part of this now. So.
We thought we'd do a little introduction video just talking about ourselves and kind of what our channel is, things like that. So to start, I'd have a little list here to go off of. We're going to just do how we met. So we met at church one night at a small group thing. It
was like one of those like groups that was like you're out of college but you're still single, so one of those sad people that are still
and also during 2020
yes,
of all things
the year of COVID. So we just happened to meet on a Wednesday night. And it's funny because I thought that was like during the summer, and I thought you were like from out of town or something, like you lived out of state and you were just home because there was another girl that was there that night that also was I think she lived in Texas or something, and she was visiting that week or that month or whatever. So I figured you were like lived in California or something. Yeah. So you lived right down the road. So yeah. So.
I just hadn't been there in a while because I moved kind of further from that church. So
yeah. So that was our first introduction, and I guess our first kind of date was
like very beginning of 21.
Yeah.
And then we got engaged end of 21, and we got married the end of 22.
Yep. Yeah. So.
And we took our honeymoon to Disney World, which I had to try and convince him for a while, and now he goes with me all the time.
Well, so a little background on that for me, like
yes, that's what I was going to lead into.
Yes, there you go, perfect segue. So I'd never been to Disney before our honeymoon in 2022. So we had tried to go when I was a kid, when I was 3 or 4. I think I was 4. So that would have been in 1997. So we got down there. We were staying at All Star Sports. So there's home video of I take that back. I think it was actually 95. I think I was actually like only 2. So, it was 95. So either way. So we got down there to All-Star Sports, and we made it into the resort. So we were on property, but I actually got sick and we had to go back home. So we had never actually gotten to the parks at all, and never got to Magic Kingdom, never got to Epcot, or any of the parks on that trip. So a couple years later, this would have been 2000. I was about 7. My parents said, "Oh, do you want to go back to Disney, or would you like to go to Universal?" And at that point, I was into the whole Jurassic Park and dinosaurs, so I picked Universal. We actually went to Islands of Adventure for that trip, and did the whole Jurassic Park thing and all that section there. So I think I kind of figured like, I kind of missed my window with Disney. It was a kid's thing, and I was kind of unaware of the whole, the whole culture of, people that are older enjoying it as well too. So I think I just kind of figured like, I missed it. Yeah. Someone like this. So I think I figured I just kind of missed it. So, but no, I was pleasantly surprised when we went for our honeymoon. Enjoyed it a lot. So that's probably still my favorite of the Disney trips we've done. So we've done it for 4 years running now. It's been 22, 23, 24, 25. We're going to go here in 26 in about a month or so. But I think that was probably some of my favorite of all of our trips was our original one. So kind of experiencing it for the first time, I think sometimes is the best way to do it. So I enjoyed that a lot. But there was a lot of fun rides that I've enjoyed, and I've enjoyed, learn a lot of history about the parks and riding different things. So yeah, it's been fun. So.
Do you want to go into your other theme park history though?
Oh, sure. Yeah. So I guess it's kind of a, for me, like I kind of grew up, as you can see by my shirt, in Cincinnati. We live in Cincinnati, so living around here, we grew up going to Kings Island. So that was kind of a park I've grown up going to my whole life. I've been a season pass holder for 13 straight years now, or something like that. I think 2013, going back to 2013. So I kind of grew up, going there. That was kind of my summertime hangout. We've gone there quite a bit. We've had season passes every year since we've been married, so that's been something we've enjoyed doing. But I also kind of enjoy, like, I'm a big history buff, so I really enjoy the history of, like, old rides and things that used to be at parks, and, maybe remnants of things that are still there. Like, there's some concrete footers from this old coaster or something, or there's an old building that was part of this ride or something. So I enjoy doing that, and I have a channel called Alongthetrackblog. We can link it down below in the description, I guess, if that's okay.
I think so, yeah.
Okay, or we can at least put it down there. So if you want to, I don't do a whole lot on the YouTube channel right now, but I do have an Instagram that's pretty active. So if you follow me on Instagram, Alongthetrackblog, I do a lot of coaster history and amusement park history, a lot of Disney history too. So that's kind of something I enjoy, just kind of like the random facts of things that used to be there, and I enjoy, telling that to people when we go to parks, and I don't think anybody really cares except for me. But there might be some other people that do, but most people, they're like, okay, whatever, like, that's fine. But so yeah, that's kind of another hobby of, parks that I enjoy, just kind of the history and old things. So, and especially with Disney, I've kind of like learned a lot of cool old stuff, and I've done some on my Along the Track page. I've done a lot of old, videos of like this used to be here at Hollywood Studios or at Epcot or wherever. So if you visit my page, check those out. So, yeah.
What are all of the different theme parks you've been to?
Oh man. Well, obviously Kings Island, all the 4 Disney World parks, Universal and Islands of Adventure. We've not been to Epic Universe yet. We might get there at some point, but
eventually.
Yeah, it's a little bit too new. We did go to Universal this past year in 2025, so we went to the original park and Islands.
Which you guys will have already seen because we posted those.
Yes, so. You'll see those videos further down below, I guess.
So what other parks?
So outside of that, I've been to Cedar Point twice. You have yet to go there, so we are planning on going later this summer with a friend of ours. So that'll be fun to see your first time reactions. I've been there a couple times. Been to Kentucky Kingdom in Louisville. Been to Busch Gardens in Virginia. Been to the Virginia one. Been to Dollywood. We went there a few years ago for the first time. It was a lot of fun. We enjoyed that. First time for both of us. I feel like I'm missing something.
I can't help you.
I think I've been to about maybe like a dozen different theme parks, I want to say, maybe.
Strickers Grove?
Yeah, Strickers Grove is a small little park here outside of Cincinnati. It's only like a park that's open. It's kind of like almost like a little picnic stand or like a picnic grove. I mean, they have some like old coasters and rides, but it's kind of more of like almost like I wouldn't really call it an amusement park per se. It's just kind of like a little family park, but it's really, little charming little place. It's like just very classic, very, old school, but they're only open about 4 days a year to the public. They only have about,
to the public.
yeah, to the public. Like they usually are closed for like private events and different things, but they do have a handful of days a year that they are open to the public. So, I did manage to go there. It's about 7 or 8 years ago.
Coney Island.
Coney Island used to be here in Cincinnati. This is not the Coney Island in New York. This is the Coney Island in Cincinnati, but they closed it a couple years ago, sadly, so it's not. And again, it was kind of the same thing. Originally, when it was open back in its heyday, it was actually a full-fledged amusement park, but they kind of went through some changes over the years, and it kind of became more of like just kind of a small family park with smaller rides and things like that, and then eventually they closed just due to financial and budgetary reasons. So unfortunately, that's no longer there. I feel like I'm missing some parks, but if there is anything, I'll put it down below in the comments or something. So, yep.
So I did grow up going to Kings Island and Coney Island just because they were here. Other than like Disney and Universal, I've been to Busch Gardens, Tampa. It was because we went to Sarasota. Sorry.
Yeah.
And I went to what was the one in Kentucky that I went to back when it was it
Six Flags? Yeah, that was Kentucky Kingdom, actually. It was formerly a Six Flags property, but now it's not. Yeah. And I actually went there when it was a Six Flags park when I was younger. Then I went about 7 or 8 years ago just by myself on a Saturday. I just drove down by myself. Very, very sad. Just drove back home from Louisville. So, yeah.
And then I've been to Tivoli Gardens in Denmark. And then I've been to Disneyland Paris once. But I was barely there. So I got a free ticket. So my friend and I were in England. We took the Channel over. We had a couple hours to go in both parks because of the park hopper ticket. We literally rode a few rides and then had to go back to England. So in hindsight, that's not the way to do it. It was just what worked for us at the time. And so I can say I've been there. But I think that's all the ones I've been to too. But I grew up going to Disney when I was younger. My parents, I went first in like 93 when I was really little. And then again in 96 and then 98 and then 2002 maybe. And then I went with my band trip in high school, I think maybe around like 2004 or 5. I'm aging myself by saying all this. And then we went in 2013 when my cousin was in the Disney College program to visit her. And then I went again in 2015 for Thanksgiving, which was a whole experience because it was easier for me to fly there than fly home for Thanksgiving. And my cousins live down there and they now live down there, which is why we go more often because I love to visit them. My cousin, she was my maid of honor at my wedding. She's like my best friend and she lives down there. So we go spend time with her. And then her brother still works with Disney too. So we just like to go spend time with them too.
They're twins, actually.
Oh yeah, they're twins, yeah. But I go down there. We usually go down there like once a year to visit them because I don't get to see them much otherwise. So that's a lot of also why we go down there. It is not just for Disney. It is because I like to spend time with them.
One park I forgot to mention too is SeaWorld. We went to SeaWorld.
Oh yeah, we did go to SeaWorld.
Actually, it was your cousin's wedding. We were down there in Orlando.
Yeah.
We had an extra day that we took, and they had like half price.
It was February, so they were really cheap tickets.
Half price tickets. So we did SeaWorld. So so that was another park that we both have been to. So yeah.
And then I went to Islands, and then Universal and Islands like a couple times, like when I was in like college and grad school, but.
Yeah.
Then other than that, it was just this past year when you and I went. So
yeah, that was my first time in like 25 years. As I said before, I went in like 2000 when I was 7. So that was my first time in a quarter century, which is kind of dating myself too.
Okay, let's move on to our next thing. Okay. Do you want to talk about your hobbies?
Yeah. So
what are our hobbies?
Hobbies outside of parks. So for me, like I said, I like history a lot. So I mean, like I really enjoy just like any kind of local history. Just anything, I like to read plaques and little, historical markers. If I'm at a place, I always go up and read it. You can testify to that. So I think you have some photos of me doing that in certain places. But I actually have another YouTube channel in addition to my Along the Track. I actually just created it like a month or so ago. It's called Where History Happened. And I'll also put that down below, just if you're interested in that. But it's kind of more just like spots where historical events took place or something notable or somebody notable was there for some reason. So a lot of it centers around areas in Cincinnati here where I live, just based on geography. That's just the easiest places I can get to right now. But I also enjoy that a lot. Enjoy reading. I love to read. I have a gigantic bookshelf in my room. Love to read. And I'm one of those people that reads multiple books at the same time. So I'll have a stack on my nightstand of one nonfiction book and one fiction book, and obviously the Bible all the time as well too. I'm always reading that one. But also golf. I love to play golf. Love to be outside and just be on the course. Sometimes get frustrated with my game because I don't play as much as I'd like to, but still enjoy going with my friends, my dad, and sometimes your family as well too. Some of your brothers and your dad and stuff, your stepdad as well. So yeah, I think that's some other things I enjoy as well too. How about you?
Well, I love photography, if you couldn't tell by everything behind us here. But that's also part of like what I love about going to Disney is I love taking all the photos, because while we have Kings Island and stuff, it's not as picturesque. I can get photos, but it's not the same. Like Dollywood was great for that too. So, but I love taking photos. I just love taking photos. I do have a photography business on the side as well, but I also just love it as a hobby. So it's just one of my favorite things to do. I carry a camera with me every day, at least one camera every day, multiple times. That's a lot of times it's more than one camera.
Yeah.
But, so I love camera gear, and I don't know where I was going to go with that. Oh, I was going to say I have a YouTube channel for that too. Not that we don't already have more YouTube channels, but
see how many we can get all on.
I have 2 other ones. I wasn't going to mention the main one, but just my photography one is Allie's Photography, but it's mostly like gear heavy reviews and talking. So I have a couple of like walk around point of view ones, but not many of those. So I have that. And then ballet is probably my other biggest hobby, because that's something I've done for a long time, but it just helps keep me in shape, and I just really enjoy it. There was a time where most of my Disney pictures were me doing ballet moves at Disney. It was a time. So on the topic of me loving camera gear and everything, because I'm always curious about this, and I can make more videos on this if anybody's interested, what we film our YouTube videos on is the Canon G7X. We have tried other things. This is what works the best. I've had this one for years, and I got it used, so I do have the Mark III also, just in case this ever dies, so that we always have our memories. We originally didn't start this as a YouTube channel. We started this as a way to just collect our memories. Like our honeymoon was the first time we did this.
Home video.
And we just took a bunch of home videos. Yeah. So like our honeymoon is hilarious because you just have weird commentary the whole time that we still joke about.
If you go to my Along the Track page, you'll see I made a video of like all the times I like misnamed something at Disney or got the name wrong or didn't know the name of like a character or a ride. So but also if you just watch the vlogs from back then, you'll hear it all too, because they're on this channel. So go further down and watch those.
But we really started it just to do home videos, and we do still use it for that, for things like Christmas, birthdays, things like that. We just take this out and film, and we keep those videos, but we thought like our trip videos we'll share here. So I can always talk more on the like gear side of it if anybody's interested, but this is what we use to film on, like all the YouTubers.
Well, and usually most of the time you'll do the photography side of our page, like the actual photos, and I'll use that to do the video. So a lot of the video you see is me filming. And then you actually taught me some photography in the last several months, just kind of more about photography and learning about lighting and techniques and shadows. So I've kind of
Works really well if you train your husband how to take photos of you in Disney before you go. And I can make a whole video on that if people are interested.
Yeah, so that's worked out pretty well. So yeah, but it's even good. You know, I can even get some of my own types of shots that I can use for my Along the Track page or my history page or whatever. So yeah, it's been helpful for sure. So.
I also do have an Instagram that's the same name as this channel used to be, which is Allie Ever After. So I am not on that one as much, but that is my Disney specific one because not everybody loves Disney's photos as much as I do. So I felt like I needed to make a separate one. Okay. So now we're going to go through some of our favorite things. So we're going to do rapid fire.
All right.
Favorite movie?
Star Wars Episode 4. Again, I don't really have a clear-cut favorite, but if I had to pick, rapid fire.
Yes. Mine would be Center Stage. Favorite food?
Being from Cincinnati, Skyline Chili.
Mine would be soft pretzels, but it has to be the like normal super pretzels, like the Mickey pretzels, not the Bavarian ones.
She has very strong feelings about this.
I do. Favorite color?
Blue.
Pink.
Classic.
Favorite ride?
The Beast at Kings Island. So wooden roller coaster at Kings Island. The Beast is my favorite.
I'm torn between People Mover and Spaceship Earth, but probably People Mover. Favorite park food?
There's this blue soft serve ice cream at Kings Island. Sometimes people call it blue ice cream or Smurf ice cream, but that's my favorite. So
I didn't really think this through. I already gave my favorite park food, which is a soft pretzel. So I guess I could also say Disney's chicken tenders. Favorite park?
Probably have to say Kings Island just for nostalgia and for growing up there. I mean, I do really like Epcot a lot, so they're one of my favorites. It's up there, and then also enjoy Busch Gardens and Williamsburg and Virginia, and then Dollywood. But I'd say probably Kings Island if I had to pick. So,
if I had to pick one, I would say Magic Kingdom. But I also really like the other Disney parks too. I will say Animal Kingdom is not my favorite, and it's more just because there's not as many rides there. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Caroline.
I do like Everest though. Everest
is the best part of it.
And, and Dinosaur, even though it's going away. Yeah, rip.
Okay. Now we'll talk just a little bit about like what our channel is going to be, where it's going kind of thing. Some of the things that I would like to do that I was thinking we are going again here in the next couple months. I would like to do maybe like what things we carry every day in the parks, because I also find that fascinating, but especially as someone who does a lot of photography in the parks, I find that even more fascinating to know what cameras are people using. I try to, if you've noticed in our vlogs, like I've had him insert a lot of the pictures I've taken with my cameras, sometimes with my phone, but usually with my cameras so people can kind of get an idea. I'm always happy to talk more about that, but I do also have some channels on that over on my photography channel as well. I also planned on talking more about our vlogging setup and things like that. Like I said, it's the G7X, but I can go a little more into that. Brad does all of our video editing now because I hate editing and we learned you don't mind it. So
that's fine.
Hopefully that's why you guys have liked the last few videos so much more than the ones I did.
Thank you.
But our plans for this channel are really just to showcase like trips and things like that we individually like to do, because I feel like sometimes it's neat to see what things other people like to do on their trips. Yeah. It's also just memories for us. So we were going to do it anyway as like home videos. So we might as well just go ahead and do it for our trips. Like we use this as our home video recording camera all the time. So we do it for other events. We've done it for other vacations that we haven't shared on here, but like if we go to Dollywood this year, which we might, if we go to Cedar Point this year, which we might, we'll share those. But also we're going to Italy this year for my brother's wedding. That is not a normal trip. But we were going to try and vlog some of that trip too. Maybe not as much because we will be a little busy. Obviously I'm photographing the wedding, so I will be a little busy, but we're going to try and do some of that. So just travels as well, but majority of it will probably still be like our Disney vlogs and probably try and do a Kings Island vlog because we've never done that. Yeah, but that would probably be a good thing to add since you love Kings Island so much. So, but that's all. But if you have suggestions or things you want to see more of on the channel, let us know. But that's kind of our goal.
Yep. Well, thank you for tuning in, and we're looking forward to bringing you some more videos hopefully soon.
See you real soon.
See ya.
We're gonna do some little random quick facts, just quick.
All right.
Okay. Favorite movie?
That's hard because I don't know. I felt
it's not gonna be quick.
I don't know if I have like really like a clear cut favorite. Like there's a lot of ones I really like. Like I love Star Wars. I love Jurassic Park. Those are, I guess that's more of a franchise, not really a single movie. But
one movie, only one.
Man,
you can do it. I believe in you.
Probably Star Wars, maybe like Episode 4. I'm kind of a Star Wars purist. I love the original 6. I do love Jurassic Park too, as well. But again, I don't really have like a clear-cut favorite. I kind of feel like that's not really the right answer.
Favorite food?
So being local Cincinnati, a big thing we have here is called Skyline Chili. So you may have heard of it. So I'm actually I've been just doing like a quest for the last like 3 or 4 years to see if I can visit every single location. So they're mostly here in Cincinnati for the most part. There is some in Columbus. There's some in Kentucky. There's even a few in Florida. And so I have what's called my Skyline Quest. I think I'm at like 104 now out of like about 160. So I'm getting pretty close. So
you struggle with those one-word answers, don't you?
You'll notice this that it's hard for me just to be the rapid fire is not easy for me. So
I'll make up for that. Favorite park food?
For me, they have I guess it's more of a treat. I guess it is.
Yeah.
I guess I was thinking more of a meal, but yeah.
No, not a meal, just a food. A snack.
They have this blue soft serve ice cream at Kings Island. It's been around for decades. People either call it blue ice cream or they call it a Smurf cone. There used to be a Smurf ride at Kings Island that was kind of a tie-in with it. I don't really know how to describe the flavor. It's kind of like a marshmallowy vanilla type soft serve flavor. But I mean, it's really
not what I got when I tasted it. But all right.
Yeah, she wasn't a fan. I was a little disappointed when we were dating. I was
eating again.